what would you guys be more willing to be worthy of? Or like, what do you guys, what do you, let me ask that question again. What would you guys care more, no, how do you ask the question? Which of these two would you be more invested of being worthy of? That's how you should ask the question. Excalibur or Mjolnir? But two weapons is all like, I mean, in the original, you know, I believe in the original myth, Mjolnir is not something that like that only Thor can lift. I might be wrong. That's like a Marvel thing. I might be wrong though. Because like Mjolnir like in Marvel and Mjolnir in actual mythology work differently. But let's just think of Marvel Mjolnir and Excalibur. Which of these two weapons would you guys rather be worthy of? Let's see what the written man, which weapon he would pick. If he could pick. I don't even know if he can pick. But we will see. We will see. Euclid. SCP-1516 is to be contained in a standard humanoid containment cell at Site-49, furnished with instance of -1. SCP-1516 is to be provided with written words referring to food and nourishment. Under no circumstances is SCP-1516 allowed to interact with written words describing harmful and or dangerous concepts that may cause damage to the vicinity or the subject itself. All text inscription-based anomalies, including SCP-1672, SCP-1889, and SCP-2140, as per request, SCP-1516 has been allowed to possess an audiobook copy of the Bible. King James Edition. He sounds more like a Excalibur type of guy. Description. SCP-1516 is a living typographical illustration of a human being measuring 1.9 meters in height and 78 kilograms in weight. SCP-1516 has a semi-variable appearance and is composed of typeface letters and words. Each part of SCP-1516 anatomy is composed of the Spanish word, the form to fit the shape of that part of the body. SCP-1516 anatomy is always labeled with the simplest possible term for the body part. When viewed from the closest perspective, SCP-1516 form will slowly change its shape to the terms for that part of the subject's body. An example, its legs would be a deformed leg word, and arms, chest, face, etc. will follow this pattern. This effect continues down to the subcellular level when examined by microscopy. Nuclei isolated from SCP-1516 are full linked A's, T's, C's, and G's linked by the word sugar. While SCP-1516 is aware of this aspect, it appears to be unable to control it in any way. When SCP-1516 performs any action that would produce a sound, included but not limited to speaking, walking, and interacting with its surrounding, it will produce written words and or onomatopoeias from the source of the sound instead. Wait, it will produce written words or onomatopoeia from the source of the sounds instead. Floating on the air for approximately 5 to 10 seconds before suddenly vanishing. Kind of like a comic book, like it's just like boom, like the pow. It just like shows pow. It is of that note that digital audio recorders can register them as sounds, but cameras and other visual recorders may register a visual image of them. SCP-1516's voice is consistent with a male human in his mid-20s. Whenever SCP-1516 enters in direct contact with a single noun written on any suitable surface, a set word will detach itself from the paper and will deform to fit a three-dimensional and functional object depicting the previous concept of the word, hereby called -1. Instances of -1 share the same physical characteristics with SCP-1516 itself. SCP-1516 is capable of controlling this ability, but it's bounded by SCP-1516 knowledge and understanding of the word, and how complex the concept is. For a full list of SCP-1516 abilities, see Test Log 1516. Test Log, by the way. Test log. The following is a list of the experiments conducted to test SCP-1516 effect on the different words at varying situations. Word: sofa. couch. Upon contact, the word suddenly detached itself, grew in size, and deformed to form a three-dimensional couch. Comma, bed. Similar results as the previous tests. Telefono, phone. Upon contact, the word stayed inert. SCP-1516 has claimed that it doesn't know how a phone works. Tomato, lechuga, lettuce, and cebola, onion. As expected, as all the words were effectively turned into -1 instances, Doctor used a standard kitchen knife to prepare a simple salad. When mixed together, they shifted into ensalada. When allowed to consume the salad, SCP-1516 was capable of identifying all involved ingredients. Vase, no change. SCP-1516 has claimed not to know what the word means. Vase, this time SCP-1516 has been taught about the meaning of the word. Upon contact, the word changed in the visual way. Perro, dog. Upon contact, the sample shifted as expected. When inspected, it did not show any life signs. Papel, paper. The sample stayed inert. SCP-1516 has claimed the word paper is immune to its effect. Una silla rota, a broken chair. No change. SCP-1516 has claimed it cannot affect anything beyond an isolated word at once. A word written in an individual sheet of paper of at least 3 × 3 centimeters. Addendum: SCP-1516 was discovered on Venezuela following several reports of a man made of letters living in an abandoned house on the mountains. Foundation agents were dispatched to investigate and confirm the situation. SCP-1516 offered no resistance to capture. Witnesses were interviewed and treated with A-class amnestics. 47 instances of -1 were found on the vicinity and confiscated. That's a lot. Also, can we agree as a future people who write SCPs don't, like, I'm not sure why sometimes it's A-class amnestics and sometimes it's class A amnestics. Like, can we just keep it to class A amnestics? That flows better than A-class amnestics. I don't know, class A, class B, class C. It's just, I don't know, it just sounds better in my head. It does. Interview log. Interviewed SCP-1516. Interviewer Agent Vasquez. First interview following SCP-1516 capture translated from original Spanish. Subject appears to be calm and willing to cooperate. Please state your name and nature. I am Palabra Contero, nothing but a man in this universe. I see. How long do you remember being in your current state? I've been like this since I was born. Dad took care of me since I was a child. Where is your father right now? Was he like you? I don't know. He told me one day that his job was done and let me on my own. And now he was more like you. At least our creator is always watching us, so I never felt truly alone. What do you mean? I mean, we were being observed. They watch over us most of the time, constantly reading our actions in this universe. Who is this creator? He is God, or should I say they are God? It doesn't really matter, because God is always reading us. Do you mean watching us? Well, it's all a matter of perspective. In my eyes and in their eyes, we are just all the same thing. I see. Any additional information regarding your father? He was a lovely man, but he had problems focusing on a single subject, nothing more to say. Now, what can you tell about the object we found on your residence? Those are words I took from some children's books my dad gave me some years ago. But when you say you take them, do you mean physically remove a word from the paper? More or less. It's like grabbing an object from a bag, although some words are really heavy to lift. What is the most heavy word you ever tried to manifest? I tried a tree once. It just didn't move at all. I think that's enough information for now. We will move you to a new residence soon. May God bless you, Tails, brother. SCP-1516 hasn't given any additional information regarding its father or its creator. Further investigation on these matters are pending. Addendum at SCP-1516 was approved to receive English classes 3 times a week. Due to the apparent lack of difference between oral and written communication, the subject showed a remarkable advance during courses. 10 weeks after the classes started, SCP-1516 body presented an irregularity when several body samples showed 12% of the total mass to be written in regular English. English course was suspended and several tests were run on SCP-1516 body. SCP-1516 expressed no physical discomfort with this event and requested to continue its English classes. After several discussions, SCP-1516 was allowed to continue its classes. At week 14, body mass change into English had been increased to 20% and confirmed that English transmutation was directly proportional to SCP-1516 English skills. At week 37, SCP-1516 reached perfect use of English language and English transmutation stopped at 48% of its body mass. No objective secondary effects were visible, but a slight change in SCP-1516 personality has been noted connected to the language it uses to communicate. It says here, it appears to be more extroverted when using English language. Okay. Okay, written man. What if I write girlfriend? Does that work? Can you make that happen? He's like, I'm sorry. That's too heavy of a burden for my body to take out. I'm like, I understand. Yeah, of course it would be. Of course it would be. It probably also doesn't feel any like romantic or lust. Like it doesn't need, feel any love or lust for whatever gender they would be attracted to.